This is our latest semi-trailer conversion. It's a reefer trailer, so it's already got the insulation in it. And just give you a tour here. Okay, so this is our front here where the reefer was. We took it off and put a big window up there. That black part is we sealed it off with bed liner, so it should be good. The hookups are down there, they're all good. And then just looking at underneath, here's the landing gear. Everything's good shape underneath there, nice and straight, everything. Okay, here's the side here, we'll just go down it. Tin's in excellent shape, other than we got a dent here that was beside the window. But it's just a dent, it's just cosmetic. You can see it up there. But yeah, overall the tin's in great shape. Rivets are all good. Rust is very, very, very minimal. In fact, I don't see any on at all. Here's the tires. They're in good shape. Underneath there's you got your beams going across and stuff. Everything's good shape. As always, the back for the steel, and then as you go to the front, they're all aluminum. Okay, everything's good. We're just getting to the back of it here. We decided to put the door at the back here because it makes for a much better layout. Okay, I'm just coming around again. There'll be a bedroom there. Kitchen, entrance, and that would be the living room over there. So as you're coming into the front door here, okay, so this is would be the living room. You can see we got these barn boards. They're actually from a barn we dismantled, 100 years old, and then we put them through the planer. Very nice, very charming, rustic, nice and comfy feeling in here. There's that window from the front and the window from the back. There's a surprising amount of room in here. Okay, and above we have the suspended ceiling. Now the suspended ceiling is made by, we put 2x4s across on the flat, so they're stronger going across, spanning the two walls, and then we put the 1x4 on the bottom of them on the flat. And then we basically put drywall panels, painted drywall panels in between. So you can lift any one of these up. This is all throughout the trailer. And it's got about 10 inches above there. So there's lots of room for plumbing, lots of room for plumbing lines, any wiring, electrical. If you want to put a fan up there, it's quite common to draw air. So if you have your heater in here, draw air from this end and circulate it back to the other end. Okay, so there we go. Now the boards are, behind the boards are 1x4 strapping every 2 feet, and those are screwed onto the aluminum studs that go in the walls there. And then from there on, we put additional insulation, even though it's got foamed in place insulation already in these reefer trailers. So the walls are about 1.5 inches, probably about 3 inches thick, full of insulation. There's like a big cooler here. Okay, and the nice thing about the insulation, when they do it from the factory, they'll bring a machine in here and they'll actually inject the insulation around the studs and around the corner. So there's really no thermal break to the outside. So they're very, very easy to heat, very, very easy to cool. And the floor is about 4 inches thick total, and it's insulated with foam as well. Underneath this board, or this OSB board, is the ribbed aluminum floor. Great shape, so the floor is really, really solid. The ceiling has about 3 or 4 inches of insulation all, pardon me, as well. So again, this not the ceiling but the roof. So very, very well insulated, very easy to heat, and with the tin on the outside, it's maintenance free. The roof, the outside of the roof, the top of the roof, has one piece of aluminum. so there's no seams whatsoever, and it's in great shape as well. This whole trailer is in really good shape. Okay, so anyway, so down to now the kitchen cabinets. Okay, so there's a place for the fridge, little pantry there. You open up this pantry and you see some drawers there all the way. So adjustable shelves. I said drawers, sorry, adjustable shelves. And then the place for the stove here, and a spot for a fan right above the stove, obviously. Right, we get over here, we have nice, it's about 8 feet of cabinets. Again, there's drawers and doors. There's a spot here for a cutting board. I just haven't put it in, sorry. So a nice wood countertop. Now the countertop's not finished. Now, none of the wood is finished here because I wanted to leave that up to the customer. I would personally leave it just like it is and put some clear coats on the countertop to seal it up. But I would leave the wood just exactly how it is. But you may want to stain it. You may want to put an alternative coating on it. Okay, so we're coming back. So I'll just turn around and give you. This is a view from the kitchen. Go over there. Now, because of the camera, it does look narrow, and you're inside a trailer, but there's surprisingly amount of room in it with this, especially with this layout. Okay, so we swing back here. We're going down the hallway. So we got a nice big opening window in the hallway as well. So you got lots of fresh air going through. With all the windows with opening in here, lots of ventilation, and again, we have the ceiling going through as well. That's the bedroom door, but we'll come back to that. This is the bathroom. It's a nice big bathroom. Now, we did not finish the interior walls. Just to whoever buys this thing, they can do the plumbing and the wiring how they want to. But so the outside wall is done, and whoever buys this, I'll provide enough lumber to finish off on the inside if that's what you choose. The same type, the same barnwood. Okay, so these cabinets are just temporary in place. Place and put them where you want. But there's probably room for an additional cabinet underneath there behind the door if you want. But there's lots of cabinets for storage up here. And we made this big enough so you could put a full-size bathtub in here. That's just a pipe I put in from, it runs to the kitchen cabinet, so I would put all the plumbing on this wall, just make it easier. But you could put a bathroom that way or a bathtub that way. You put a bathtub this way, it'd be totally up to you. So it's pretty flexible. It's nice and big, about 5 feet by, I'm guessing, close to 8 feet long. So about 60 square feet for the bathroom. And just behind here is just the blinds that come with the windows, and some of the molding for around the door here. Okay, so we get out of here and we'll go into the bedroom. Now we've got a fairly narrow door here, fairly narrow hallway, but you can get wide furniture either through the back door or the front door, so it's not a problem. So this is our bedroom here. Again, well lit. Nice big window for egress in case of an emergency. Of course, it opens. It's about 5 by 3, I'm guessing. And then there we have room for the bed behind the door here. Room for there, and then look in here as well. Okay. Now, the ceiling, the same thing, and you'll notice the lights in there. I put pot lights, I believe that's what you call them, all throughout. And they're just wired temporarily. It's house wiring going to them, but they are all run by one switch, which I'm sure you don't want that to be. But those panels up there containing the lights, they can be moved. They're all fit, just like a regular suspended ceiling. So you could take the panels, and if you wanted the light to be over here, for example, you could move the panels. Very, very easy. Okay, look at it from this way. So this bedroom here, it leads to another room, and it could be a utility room if you wanted to store put your pumps in there, etc., or your panel. It's about probably about 7.5 feet long, and again, it's insulated. Everything's nice exterior door. These are just some cabinets here that are extra cabinets, so they can go wherever you want them. They would go with the trailer. Now this heater and this heater, those two heaters, those are what we kept how we kept it warm, nice and warm in here in the winter when I worked on it. Now we're up in Canada, Manitoba, Canada, and it gets 35, 40 below regularly up here. And those two heaters kept this thing nice and toasty, and I just worked just in my shirt sleeves. Like again, it's very easy to heat. This back door leads out to the back, obviously. Nice screen in it, nice winterized door. The whole camper is, the whole trailer is winterized very, very well. Yeah, and I guess that's it. So if you have any questions, just give me a shout and we'll try to sell you a trailer.